Coke ovens can be found near former industrial mining areas in Pennsylvania and other mining states as well. And often you can find the remnants of these ruins of these sites tucked away in the backcountry woods all around. We're going to look at some areas near me, Jefferson County, Pennsylvania. Coke ovens heat coal in an airless environment to produce coke, not the nose candy. This coke is a fuel that is carbon-rich residue, and it is used to produce steel. Mining coal, cooking up some coke, and steelmaking were mainstreams of the industry era, and these coke ovens were an essential step in that process. Near these mining areas were railroads, always making the process quicker. Where can you find these coke ovens? And these names mean a lot to locals in my area. They're meaningful to others also because they give you an idea of how plentiful these ovens were just in a small area. In Jefferson County locations, you had Adrian, Walston, Sykesville, Soldier, and we honestly can go on and on. And where there is one oven, you'll often find dozens or perhaps hundreds that stretch over long distances. Walston, Pennsylvania has a coke oven ruin on display in their small park, but just off to the left, there are raw, in the flesh, and untouched coke ovens lying in the woods. You can walk through and check them out in their detail, and you can see the brick structures and the glazed face stones inside with a glossy look. Usually there's a small loading hole on the top as well. Walston actually had the longest line of uninterrupted coke ovens in a row in the world, with over 700 ovens. In Sykesville, I visited in winter, and with less vegetation, there were tons to see, and as you can see by the pictures, these ovens are often stacked and staggered, and you can believe that they were up and running continuously. In the same area, there's remnants of old coal cars that were used to haul the coal to the ovens. When were these ovens most active? In the late 1800s to early 1900s. How busy? Walston had over 500 men alone working the coke ovens. How was it made? 2 hot ovens cooking, often one on each side, and washed and crushed coal was fed into the top hole, and a worker would then level out the coal to keep it burning evenly. The coal would start steaming. The top hole would be shut and dampened. Then an hour later, after some pretty colored smokes, it would spark and explode the fire inside, starting a spontaneous combustion, and then it settled. Once it settled down and cooked, a hook would draw the damper open and the temp would be regulated. 60 to 70 hours later, the impurities were cooked out and the product was then sprayed, yanked out, and placed in carts and off to make some quality steel. In the process, it was hard work, and it kept many in jobs until the ovens were eventually replaced by more efficient electric arc furnaces. Less energy, cleaner, more efficient. It was the end of an era with these earthen pockmarks scarring the Pennsylvania landscape to this day. Timber Adventures wants to thank you for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed this short video. And if you did, please give us a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much.